Oh, we live. Hey, welcome everybody to F.A.W.B. For those of you that don't know, it stands for Forever White Belt, and that is what I am, a Forever White Belt. And we're in the market for potential partnerships or sponsorships. So if you're a fan of the show and you're a promoter or you're a small business out there or even a big business and you would like to, partner with us to help promote your events, reach out to me. I would love to, I'd love to do that, guys. I'm pretty, I'm getting more and more invested in the fight community in the Northwest, specifically. And, man, that's what I'm trying to do here. So again, if you're a promoter or a gym owner or just a fan of the show and you'd like to help support us, reach out to me. I have sponsorship packages available. If you just are a fan of the show and you'd like to help support it, become a subscriber on my Facebook right here. It's only 99 cents a month, guys, and it goes a long way. You become one of my favorite people in the world. Trust me, I don't want to get a job. So if you can help out, please do. Couple things before we get started here. I have two wonderful guests on tonight. Some Northwest amateur fighters on their way up. We have a current champion on the show tonight. Two guys that are going to be competing against each other come November 22nd. You're going to have to reach out to them both independently for the tickets to this event. But yeah, we're going to get started here in a second. Just want to let everybody know that we're also going to I'll be at the NWC. That's the Northwest Championship event, November 15th. That's this Saturday. Tickets are on sale right now at the northwestchampionship.com. I will be there. Red Fox is going to be there. So, come up and let's say hi and let's take some pictures together at the event. It's going to be an awesome event. Austin Springer, he's the promoter of the event. He's a fantastic individual, former pro fighter. He was on The Ultimate Fighter, local legend. Be sure to check that out as well. And let's bring our guests on now. So tonight I have with me True Grit and Waka. Welcome to the show. What's up, guys? How you guys doing tonight?
We doing good.
Healthy, feeling strong.
I love it, man.
That's right.
Hell yeah. You guys are going to be competing on the 22nd. You guys looking forward to that?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yes. So a little funny story. Me and Waka, we've kind of skated around each other in the regional scene for like the last almost 8 years.
Wow.
Something like that.
At least six.
At least six. There's been a couple events I've fought at, that he's fought at, and we just never really matched up. And lo and behold, it's just that time.
Why do you
we were gonna go on street beefs. We were gonna go on street beefs and do it, and then I had a fight beforehand, and I was gonna actually fight the person that he fought for the championship, but he found out that I got injured, so he was like, "Yep, this is my opportunity." That he got the call.
Oh yeah.
He took it. He won it, and we already had it planned. We were gonna fight at street beefs. We might as well fight. You came and basically took my damn championship.
Hey, opportunity knocked, man, and I took that fight on 3 days' notice, coming off a dang near 5-year inactivity.
Yeah, and it was a fantastic, way to come back to the ring, bro. That was first round finish. If I'm
no.
Right?
No. So
wasn't it?
It was a third round TKO.
Oh, it was the third. I didn't even think it made it that far.
Yeah, it made it all the way to the third round. And really, that guy he was huge.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is 6'3", and he told me on fight day he was 170 pounds.
Oh, geez.
And it's a 155-pound fight, and I'm like 5'3" on a good day.
Mm-hmm.
155 is my walking around weight, so I'm a little undersized for the class, but there's no fear in me. So I mean, it is what it is. At least until the professionals, this is my weight class.
Yeah, Yeah, man. And hey, you do well against these taller opponents. I mean, you're able to get into that pocket, and it really works well for your style, which is kind of that ground and pound that I've noticed. Waka, what do you have the answer to that? Because you're a bit of a striker. This is a classic grappler versus striker. And I saw your last match. You did very well against Hitmonlee over at the scrapyard.
Yeah, you did.
It was a very impressive showing for you over there as well. It was the first time I saw you compete live. Uh, it was kind of a bit of a surprise to a lot of the people there, just because Hitmonlee kind of had a reputation prior. So him coming back in, they're like, "Oh man, I don't know." But you showed up, you took the call, and you actually outperformed him that day.
Looked great.
Yeah, are you expecting kind of the same outcome with?
I mean, I know he's gonna be. I figure. Let me say this. I don't know. We'll find out on the 22nd. But I figure he's gonna be a little tougher, only because of it's gonna be MMA. So Hitmonlee didn't have probably as many things he could have probably used to, make the fight a little tougher than what it would have been. He's not gonna be as big as Hitmonlee. He's gonna be a lot shorter. So I definitely feel like the main thing I have to do. I do have some background in like jiu-jitsu. It's not like I'm only a striker. I only did striking because of when I very first started MMA. My first fight I lost because it was a wrestler and I feel like I had no hands. He wasn't like I would consider Zack like a jiu-jitsu artist. Not necessarily
wrestler, sure, definitely
not
a ground game
wrestler,
guy. Yeah,
because it's not like he does certain things that a wrestler would do. He's gonna look more for that submission, and if you don't know what the hell you're doing, I'm just gonna pound you out. So that's where I feel like his strength is. His strength has to be to get me down. Yeah, because of the shortness. And
shortness.
Yeah, it's like I feel like the he hasn't fought nobody from what I've seen that's gonna have the precision. Like that's my one thing I kind of like, my strength, precision. So I know that precision beats everything else. It doesn't matter if you're a good striker. It doesn't matter if you're a good whatever. If you don't know how to move your head, you don't know how to check a leg kick, you don't know how to do certain things. Not saying he don't know how to do that, because he obviously is a champion. So I'm just saying, as far as like, I know this is going to be a tougher fight. I just know I'm going to be ready, as far as I have certain advantages. And it's not just the height.
Yeah, no, I would say, when it comes to experience wise, you guys are right there on the same level, and you may have some advantages in that reach. And you're saying that you have some ground game. I haven't seen the ground game yet, but I'm sure you have it. If you're jumping in here and you're doing MMA, you have some ground game.
You gotta have a little bit, right?
A little bit, right? You gotta
at least.
True Grit. Let me ask you this: what is your strategy to kind of close the distance on somebody with such range over you? I mean, because Waka, what are you, like 6'2"?
6'2",
6'2" and a half.
Don't forget the half.
Yeah, well, we can't, and not at all. True Grit, what are you sitting at? Like 5'5", maybe 5'6"?
I say I'm 5'6", man, but that's all jokes. I'm like 5'4".
I'm gonna give you the other 2 inches, bro. I'm gonna give you the other 2 inches for sure.
Well, I'm not begging for the other 2 inches, but on a good day, I'm like 5'5", maybe. I think it says 5'6" on my driver's license, but that's just because I was feeling confident that day.
That's what's up, standing up on those tippy toes. I get it.
Yeah, but I'm like 5'4", 5'5" comfortably.
Yeah, so I mean, you're gonna have to really get past that range, man. I mean, he has a reach on you. He is very precise in striking. I loved how you utilize those head kicks against Hitmonlee. I mean, you really kept him at bay, even though it was just a kickboxing match. He still had a hard time closing that distance and getting inside to that pocket. So, what's your answer to that?
I've fought tall people my entire career, my whole career. There's never been. I had one guy. His name was Waka Mitchell. He has been the only guy that I fought that's somewhat close to my height, less than 6 foot.
I actually know Micah. That's funny.
Yeah, Micah's pretty known, and he was known into the amateur community. He
Yeah.
went professional, and now he's doing his own thing. He's not
Nice.
looking too bad either. I'm happy for him. But every single one of my opponents have been taller, and I like that because it's hard to fight shorter people.
Mhm.
And Waka's gonna find out. Like, I'm small, I'm explosive. I have I would consider myself close to a veteran in the game because I exploit weaknesses. I see where somebody's weak almost instantly.
Mhm.
Oh, I just need to feel the mass of people in the first couple seconds of a fight, and I can gauge where their strengths are, where their reactions are. Is he checking leg kicks correctly? Is he fading off to the right side correctly? Is he keeping the hand up when he's fading off?
Mhm.
He's got a lot of legs. He's got a lot of arms, and I plan to attack his legs. I plan to attack his arms. I'm gonna make him wrestle. I'm gonna make him strike.
Mhm.
My game plan is to go for the KO and finish every time. However that happens. I
Mhm.
mean, if I got to take him down and ground and pound him into a submission, if I gotta finish him on the feet, that's what
He's gonna
I'm
have to
going for.
submit me. He's gonna
I'm
have to
going for it.
submit me.
I'm
That's
going for
it.
it.
That's it, huh?
Yeah,
So,
I feel like that's his only way to win.
I'm all gas, some break, but my cardio is going to be the experience in this fight because that's cardio is king in
It
MMA
is.
especially.
And
And
yeah,
I don't even consider myself a wrestler. I'm a
Mhm.
full MMA guy. I want to clinch, I want to grapple, I want to get you down, I want to scramble more than anything. I want to leg kick and scramble more than anything. So it makes me happy to hear that people think I'm a wrestler or a grappler. I used to consider myself a grappler, but I
Mhm.
have more KOs and TKOs than I do submissions. I only have 3 submissions in my career. The rest are finishes by TKO. And
but were they all
nowadays
strikes? That's what I'm wondering.
they were all strikes. Actually, they were all strikes. My TKOs, but the wrestling leads to that TKO. I'm gonna make you huff and
Ground
puff
and
and then go
pound,
for
yeah.
the finish.
Mhm.
That's
So,
my game plan every time.
And I mean that's not. I was gonna say from the game plan or not the game plan, but from what I've seen from doing video study, obviously,
mhm.
that's what I see too.
Yeah.
I definitely
You've
know
been
that's
expecting this. Yeah. It
yes,
sounds like,
yes.
when you're always
We've
dealing
had
with,
what 3 months,
right,
to
at
look.
Yeah,
least, right?
yeah.
And when
You
you're
better
always
be.
dealing
You
with,
better be.
there you go. We're dealing with a striker versus a grappler, size difference. I mean, you guys have a lot of studying to do for sure. And
Yeah.
so what's been some of the training like leading up to this? Let's start with True Grit. What's your training been like leading up to this event?
All my training partners have been fairly able to emulate Waka. He is precise. I will give him that, and he's looking better. He's looking a lot better. His last fight against Hitmonlee, I was surprised. I wasn't impressed because Waka has a style that's like, okay, he's gonna go out there, he's gonna kickbox you, and he's gonna make it look good. So I
Mhm.
know how Waka operates along the lines of fighting.
Mhm.
So my training,
What surprised you a little about that match?
I guess how good a shape he looked. He looked like he was in good shape, which is great for me because we
Mhm.
got a title fight coming up. And right now in my career, I want to fight the best people. And normally in MMA, that's the guy with the belt, right?
Right.
So whoever has the belt,
Always
whoever
been
can,
with the belt. He's
yeah,
solid.
but that's the thing about opportunity, man. When it knocks, you bust
You
that
gotta
door
take
down.
it.
That's it. Yeah.
And like I said, I was coming off a dang near 5-year layoff on a
Mhm.
3-day notice, working 14-hour shifts, driving all the way up to Bellingham, as far south as right above California.
Mm-hmm.
And I got that call, and it was just that time because
Mm-hmm.
the whole Crazy Legs thing has a fire under me, man. So
Mhm.
all my opponents are able to, I mean, all of my training partners are able to emulate Waka. And I think I'm prepared for the punches up the middle and the kicks up the middle. And I think he's going to be surprised.
Oh, all right. What about you, Waka? What's that training been like, man?
My training has been pretty good. All I've been doing is just because I know he's gonna try to do that cardio shit. So I just been working on cardio.
That's
Just trying
right.
to. I've been working on my cardio, trying to get in the best shape I've been in. I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. I haven't been checking my weight,
Mhm.
in probably like the last maybe the last week. I've been
What
pretty
do you
busy.
you guys are agreed to fight at 155, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay, all right. You
And
don't think
that's
you
my
don't look like
walk
you're,
around weight
yeah,
anyway. So it's not like I cut down or I got to starve myself
that's a
because
plus.
I don't feel like that. I feel like weight bullying, especially in the amateurs, is a big thing, and
Mhm.
I don't feel like that's necessary until you start hitting pros, and
Yeah.
that's just like a whole different conversation.
Yeah, no, it's a
But
great philosophy though, for sure.
yeah, so do my walk around weight. I try to stay in shape, even if I have to cut down and then bulk back up
Mhm.
to make it look good. And then yeah, been working on my striking, working on my footwork. Trying to not necessarily run because
Uh-huh.
who's running, but
Exactly. Who runs nowadays? I feel
yeah,
you
yeah,
there.
yeah. But
I feel that.
I know what
That
he's coming for. Let
stairmaster
me say
though,
that.
that stairmaster's our best friend.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
helps.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Were you
that's
training?
basically been my workout. My
Yeah.
workout's just been cardio, precision, making sure I try to stay as healthy as possible. We all got little shit, but that ain't
Yep, for
nothing.
life.
Yeah.
Little stuff for life.
Now,
Yeah.
Waka, are you training with Lucha Soul and Team Soul?
Yeah, like sometimes not like very much. I always am training with Team Warrior Spirit, Kevin Johnson.
Oh, that's what's up, Kevin. Yeah, he's been out to the scrapyard.
Yeah, so yeah, that's who I normally have
Mm-hmm.
been Master Salhan. That's who I do my Muay Thai with.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Johnson's from every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to work on some grappling when I can.
That's what's up. And what about
Not
you, True Grit? Are you training with anybody associated with the scrapyard or?
Yeah, so I bring in a couple guys to my gym at T-Town MMA in Tacoma, and we've had Mr. Gilchrist, we've had Jackson, we've had Zathan. Zathan, I'm coaching Zathan right now.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
I
That's
I
what's
coached
up, man.
I
That's
coached him
awesome.
into his last win, and I told him to get serious. So we're in there. We're gonna make a champ out of him too. I did the same thing with what was his name? I forgot. He was our first 155 champion at the scrapyard. Gumby. I did the same
Gumby,
thing with
yeah.
Gumby. I went against him and then told him what he needed to fix in order to become, at least an amateur champion, and then helped him with that. We get a couple of street beast fighters over there, but Zathan right now is our daily, and the African. I don't know if you guys know who the African is.
I've seen
Um,
some of his fights, yeah,
yes, well,
online.
he's
Yeah,
he's
he's a
huge.
savage, bro.
hmm,
Yeah.
He's huge right now. He's like
Mhm.
230.
fuck.
Wow.
He's 230, and all I want to do with him is grapple and wrestle. We work everything: clinches,
Wasn't
takedowns,
he like
striking.
180, right? I think when
He
he was
fought, yeah,
competing, right? He was like
between
fighting at
170,
180.
180.
Yeah. Yeah, he
He
got
he put on
huge.
he put on 50 pounds of straight
Fuck.
animal, and
That's crazy,
that
bro.
that guy that guy levels me up every time I'm in the gym. Every time I'm in the gym training with him, I get out of the gym, I feel like I am notches above what I went in there like. And right now I'm not belted. I don't go by the belt system. I used to. But now I'm a no gi fighter because it translates more to MMA. There's no grips really in
Mm-hmm.
MMA, so I can't. I have plenty of gis. I just don't use them anymore because I like to translate my training into my fighting.
Like to train like you
And
fight.
train like I fight, and going against somebody who's 100 pounds heavier than you and who is a black belt will teach you everything you need to know.
I know
Mm.
that's right.
Yeah. It does. It
Smart not to
definitely.
learn that way.
Yeah, I mean, the only way to improve is to constantly, challenge yourself and
Yeah,
train with more experienced individuals. I
yeah,
always tell my guys, you need to have 3 training partners. You need to have somebody that's, not as good as you, so you can really you work on some of those advanced techniques without fear of really getting, hurt or anything. Then you want to
yeah.
have somebody that's your rival that's going to constantly push you to try to get a little bit better. And then you want to work with somebody that's far more advanced than you so that you can kind of zero in on your defense and see what's really working for you under duress. And then when you're a coach, you've got to be all 3 of those to whoever you're coaching. That's just kind of my philosophy when it comes to like training partners. So I'm glad to hear that you're able to, find these various training partners, throughout your guys' journey. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to divulge a little bit from your guys' match just for a second so I can talk to you a little bit about the scrapyard. Since we're all familiar with it, and True Grit, I mean, you're an OG. You've been around since there was like a couple ropes and some dirt. Isn't that right?
You guys have no idea, man.
Yeah,
I've been around since the dirt and the gravel, man. So when we first started, and I told Steve, I said, look, I said I want to come out there. I eventually want to become a champion. Belts weren't even the ring was dusty, and there was bungee cords, so you couldn't even work up against the cage or the ring. None of that. You had to disengage as soon as you got close and go right back into the middle. And long story short, I feel like that's what ended up getting me to my first major loss in my career by a head kick. Was the ring. I wasn't able to capitalize in a full MMA range because I would constantly have to disengage. And I said, hey, Steve, what about grappling? What about wrestling? Because, I do MMA, and wrestling is the basis of MMA, in my opinion, because most fights are going to end up there. And he drug out a little 8x8 wrestling mat. Oh, my God, man.
Humble beginnings, huh? Humble beginnings.
Yeah, and to see where it is now, it's impressive. It's nothing short of impressive. The amount of perseverance Steve has, I have so much respect and love for that guy. The amount of crap that he has went through to get to this point, it's inspiring. It totally is inspiring. But I didn't know I would be an OG at the yard. I find myself to be a very challenging opponent. But I never thought that I would be an OG at the yard. So it's cool to have that,
It's crazy to see it still around after 5 years,
Yes.
And yes. To see the growth of it. Now, Waka, I mean, I've only seen you compete. Was it your first time at the yard a couple months ago? No, you've been before?
I've been at the yard a couple times just doing coaching.
Just coaching, that's right.
Yeah. But you haven't fought.
No, I never fought there. Right. I was just coaching a couple of my guys. I've done Lights Out. That's my guy. I've known him since he was little, before he even started fighting and all that.
So you see the evolution of where it started to where it is too. You've been around.
Yes, I was a big fan. I watched when, like you said, OG. I seen his first KO, all that. It was, and that was before I even knew I even was gonna fight myself. So it was when I was just a fan. Yeah, I kind of got into the game late. If you're gonna ask me, I just got into the game 6 years ago when we started doing the whole thing. So it was like I've learned. I know what it takes to do certain things, and that's where I feel like the scrapyard is definitely the best place to go. You guys have the views, you guys have the family, you guys have the formidable opponents. You guys actually have people there that can fight. It's not just people off the yard. You know what I mean? Because that's what a lot of the comments be like.
I was going to ask you guys that too, with you guys both being competitors that also compete on the amateur circuit outside the scrapyard. What is the competition like in comparison?
Ooh, I think the competition.
Question. Hold on, my bad. Not to mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good.
So with that though, what do you mean as far as, because I feel like a lot of the times the main, like you guys obviously have some people from the yard that go out, but the people that are like, are you talking about just anybody that's fought?
No. I meant
about your
experience.
Like
just your experience. From what you've experienced so far in competition at the scrapyard, how is it with your same experience of what you've been experiencing on the amateur circuit? Is it kind of like it's like right there, or is it like lesser, or what is?
Yeah, we're not talking about the comparison and levels of competition, are we?
What do you?
Yes,
the level of competition from the scrapyard as opposed to the regionals.
I want to. Here's what I'm getting to. I want from your guys' opinion. do you feel, because here's the thing, when it comes to the scrapyard, we get so many competitors,
Yes,
and you're
you
getting
do.
such a variety of skill levels coming from level 0, which is essentially no
No fight.
training,
Yep.
none
Yes.
No.
at
Yep.
all.
No training.
Very rarely are you
I
going to
literally
find
got
that
off
at
the
an
couch to fight.
amateur event, right? But we also have guys that are considered like a level 2, a level 3. Those are guys that may be on the circuit but haven't done many amateur events. With your guys' experience, would you say that those level 2s can compete in the amateur events that you guys have been a part of? Would you say that
Absolutely.
the skill levels
Yes.
about the same, or
Especially
Ab-
level 3, especially.
yeah.
Mm,
Level
Anybody
threes,
level 3 at the
especially.
scrapyard, you
Yep.
guys gotta go not necessarily out of the scrapyard, but branch out so you guys can show more light to the scrapyard.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
kind of what we're doing now.
I
mhm,
think I think Walker's right on that. Like if you're a level 3, an aspiring level 2 with perseverance and determination can go out there and do great in
With
the
some true
regionals.
grit.
Yeah, with
mhm.
some true grit
I like
and
that.
a little bit of motivation, they can go out here into the scene and make a spot for themselves. But it's the same thing. The
Mhm.
only difference is the vibe at the yard, the respect at the yard, and the openness. It's day and night. Because when you're
Yep.
training in the regionals, you're tucked away in a corner with your team. There's
Mhm.
people over here doing their thing. You can look out, you see the cage, you see the chairs, people are watching their fights, and you're kind of off in the distance doing your thing. But when you're at the scrapyard, everything is in view, everything is in sight. You can't get too far from the action happening and not see the action unless you're out in the parking lot, you're
Yep.
closer to the house.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the scrapyard is a more,
You can still hear
it's
the hits.
you can
Mhm.
still
Yeah.
hear the
I mean,
and it's more welcoming too.
mhm.
Not to diss
Facts.
any amateur event I've ever been on, because
Facts.
you still find that brotherhood, you still find that camaraderie out there. The
Sure.
only difference is it's not a pinnacle point for these
Yes.
organizations. These
Mhm.
organizations are also trying to run a business, and for them it's not clicks, likes, shares, and views. A
Right.
lot of that is we make their event. And so they also
Yep.
depend on us selling those tickets to that event, bringing more eyes to their event. People probably don't even know about the one we're going to go fight at, but they're
They
going
don't.
to.
And unless they
And
go
Mhm.
click on our page.
yeah,
I
you
will
got to
say
click
go
on
do
the
that.
page, hit us up, get some tickets. It's in Aberdeen, but regardless, it's the same thing. It's a lot less personal in the amateur scene than it is at the scrapyard, and that's what makes
Mhm.
the scrapyard home for all of us martial artists. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more with
For
you. That's
sure.
a very good explanation of what the scrapyard community is like. Like you said, it's very welcoming. There isn't the matches that you do there. It's all for notoriety online. They're not counting against you, which
Yes.
is another plus. There's only when you go there, you only have the competitor in their corner, so you're not having to deal with spectators, which
Mm-hmm.
at some of amateur events, spectators can be the worst, man. When they don't actually have to get in there and fight, everybody's a couch quarterback. They want to talk
Yes.
Yeah,
shit like they know what they're doing.
Or
Compared
you
to at
hear a
the
whole lot of
scrapyard,
hit on.
yeah, you
yeah,
just
Hit
get
gotta
on.
stand on that.
yeah,
What do you think I'm
Yeah,
trying
kick
to
him.
do? You think I'm just
stand
gonna be
up.
standing there
Yeah,
looking him
right.
in the
Yeah,
eyes?
yeah.
Oh man, I've been through them myself, and there's a lot of tribalism at these
Tell they
events,
ass
and
stand
Oh
it's
still.
yeah,
it's necessary. Here's the thing too. It's necessary that we have that aspect,
Yes.
because that's what rises the skill sets of a lot of competitors is they want to be in those atmospheres. The scrapyard is just a different atmosphere where it's about not just beating you up, but building you up. How do you guys like feel about nowadays? It's fighters kind of need that notoriety as well as that
yeah,
skill set. Like we're seeing guys like the notoriety is taking guys a little farther right now than some of the skill
yeah,
sets. I mean, how do you
yeah.
guys feel about some of the guys that have come out of the scrapyard, such as like death sentence or wing
Oh
C, who are
God, I
getting like
knew you
these
were gonna say it. I knew you were
yeah.
gonna say death sentence. I get it. I
Mhm,
totally get it. You can't knock a person trying to hustle. That's how I feel.
mm,
You can't knock the hustle. When you come from hard upcomings, when you scratch and claw for everything, you look over at the other guy selling his product. You go, heck yeah, he's
mm,
selling.
Mhm.
No matter how it looks to the outside. The man's doing his thing. Whoever it is, whether it's Wing C or Descendants or all these guys. But my thing is respect.
Mm.
Don't try to build yourself up to be so notorious that you forget about respect, because you'll get somebody out of a hole in the wall gym to put a hole in your face saying some stuff that you've said. And it happens. It's martial arts, but the only difference is we happen to be in the field where if you say something that I don't like and we can agree to punch each other in the face, then we can just punch each other in the face.
It
And
just
it's
makes it
just
so
that
much more
simple.
simple. Yes,
It's
right. I
it's
love
just
it.
that simple. You can't work a desk job and say, "Hey, I don't like what Bill said to me the other day. I don't like the way he looks at me. Let me go fight him." No, your stream of revenue is gone. Say goodbye to it. But here, if you're trying to make a living doing this, just so happens that you could talk crap to somebody face to face and then meet them in 2 months and then settle it like men and then drink a beer after.
How it
Facts.
should
So
be, right?
so I think the notoriety isn't bad.
Mhm.
But a lot of people are losing the respect aspect, because anybody willing to step in the cage has my respect.
You gotta have the respect. I
Mhm.
When you
definitely think
train,
that's the
when you train to fight a man like that, you see his
yes.
face every single day. You wake up, you make your breakfast, you see his face. You go to work, you're pounding nails in a board, you see his face, and in 2.5 months, you get to finally see him face to face, and it's like that's like the epitome of fighting is the buildup, and the buildup. A lot of people fall off in the buildup, in my opinion. People get the butterflies, they get the cold feet, they start getting nervous, questioning themselves. We all go through it. I go through it every time,
Mhm.
but the respect aspect has to be foundational.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. As long as you come up, show up, and you put your all in, you win. That's
That's
all.
Yep.
it.
There's
Yeah.
no,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, that's the reason why I like fighting. The reason I like fighting is I feel like there's always gonna be a number on everybody who fights, and I just want to be in the top 50. You know what I mean? I just
Mhm.
want to be in the top 20.
Yeah.
I just need to
Oh
get in the
yeah.
top
Yeah.
10. No matter where I'm at, I know
Yeah.
I'm gonna get beat at some point. You
Oh
know, because I've
yeah.
already lost my very first MMA fight. I lost it. So I'm looking for redemption. I know that it's possible. I just got to work on the things that I've already been working on for the last 6 years. So it's not like this point hasn't been coming. It's not, I can do anything for 15 minutes.
Oh
I
yeah.
love it, man. That's
Oh
the
yeah.
mentality to have. And I love that you both are like, hey man, winning, losing doesn't matter. I'm here to try to self-improve. And you're
Yes.
Yep.
really about those like that philosophy. It's not just about ego. It's not about trying to just build myself up because I want to be the
No.
biggest badass out there for whatever
No.
reason. You guys actually have some true reasoning behind why you compete.
Mm-hmm.
Um, maybe we can talk a little bit about that. What keeps you going after a tough loss?
Oh
So,
God.
me person, I don't
Yeah,
know
let's go
who.
Waka. Let's go
Yeah.
Waka
So,
first. Yeah.
me, after my first loss, it was literally just, I knew I didn't do enough training. I knew it. It wasn't enough on the cardio. There wasn't enough on the striking. All I was preparing for was to choke him. I knew, because I knew he was gonna try to
Yeah.
fucking. I knew for a fact he was gonna try to wrestle me, double leg me, and that, like, I knew that was just his go-to.
Hmm.
So it was like, okay, hit him with the choke, but it wasn't. And I knew to cross my legs. Where I fucked up was I was used to, like, wrestling with my brothers and shit.
Yeah.
So it was like if they went to go slam you or something, you put your knees out, and then it'd be like, hit him in the stomach. They'd be like, ooh, that shit didn't do shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That shit didn't do shit. He literally was like, he was like, get your ass over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm not your brother.
Started
Get
going
off
with me. I get
me.
up. Yeah, I get up and shit. I'm starting boom, boom, boom. And then I was exhausted. And then I grabbed the cage, and then the ref goes like this. So I thought the ref was like stopping the fight as far as like, get up. You made a penalty, get up. So I step all the way back. Soon as I do that, the dude gets up. He looked like he was fine.
Man.
He didn't look like he was gassed at all.
Yeah.
I said,
Uh,
fuck. Okay.
That's hilarious.
He goes for another takedown.
yep.
He got it.
Uh-huh.
As soon as he goes for the takedown, I felt the little choke come in. I was like, "Yep, I know this is over."
Bro, I had a similar experience in my first match, my first MMA match. I had the guy down, had him up against the cage. He was sideways, back down on the cage. I was knee riding him. And prior to the match, like leading up to this match, everybody kept telling me, like, don't stand with him. He's a striker. He's a striker. So I was like, I want to knock him out on my feet, right? So I get him down, put him up against the cage, all that, blah, blah, blah. I have him down. I push off and stand back to get him back up. As soon as he gets back up, bro, it's like all my energy just left me. I went from here to here, and I was like, "Cool, I'm actually a lot more tired than I thought." We start going at it again. He hits me with that 1-2, breaks my nose. I do a lazy shot. He then spins around, takes my back, and sinks in a choke, bro. And I was like, but it's a learning experience, right?
It is.
And it's
I think what. Sorry, go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, I was just saying it's a true testament to what the cardio's like. Like you gotta have. Oh my god, bro. You got to.
Oh my god, yes, man. I think what keeps me driven. I've lost 2 major fights. I got head kicked at the yard, doing some rookie shit, man. Never. If my training holds up in a fight, which I work so hard to make sure what I'm doing in the gym translates into fighting, because your mentality, your guts, your fight or flight, your adrenaline dumps, everything plays a part. And I've lost 2 major fights, and after both of them, I'm like, where did I go wrong? And I'm like, you're not big enough, or you're not fast enough, or you don't have the amount of training partners, and you just go through this small list of, okay, that's possibly true, this is possibly true. How can I rectify and fix these mistakes that I'm making in my fights, in my training camp, in the gym? And then you go fix them in the gym. It's really just about knowing that it's just a fight. I have the mentality of it's just a fight. If times were different, I would take his head home. I would burn the village on the way out. I would take his head home, burn the village on the way out, and take any person who's willing to work and put him to work. But these are way different times.
That's a
we get to go. Whatever it is, we get to go home to our family at the end of the day, man. Like when we're training to fight somebody, we're in a whole nother head zone.
Most of the time, I know most of the time training is actually harder than the actual fight, honestly.
Most of the time it is.
Yeah, even with the like damage and shit, you just be like, I have to do training way more than I have to fight.
Yeah. You think about it, the fight's what, 15 minutes, you said? You got 3 fights? Yeah. How long are you training, bro? Look at all the training hours.
2 hours at least.
Yeah. 15 minutes, man. So, yeah, I'm glad your training's tougher than the fight. That's what makes for great fights. Yeah.
You gotta it's training for sure.
It's really just about realizing that it's just a fight, because you'll beat the heck out of yourself, because it's a pretty solo thing. This is a pretty solo sport.
Yeah.
No matter the companions we have, the friendships and brotherhoods we have, at the end of the day, when I step into the ring, there's only one person stepping into that ring, and it's myself. And it's a pretty solo sport. And when you lose, it's devastating. You're devastating, because you just think about all the hours that went to waste and didn't. But we're like artists out there. We're very self-critical. You can win the fight. You can beat the crap out of this guy, and you go, "Oh, I didn't like how I threw this punch in this combination."
Better, yeah.
Or my shot was so bad, but you got the takedown. It's like
I threw a fucking leg kick that was horrible, and you're like, "How the hell I throw a sloppy ass leg kick like that?"
Yep, it's just constant. It's just being an artist. Is all it is. Is realizing that at the end of the day, it's just a fight, and if times were different,
it's like we're painting pictures. It's like we're painting pictures, and we got to see who likes our picture better.
Right.
It's a bloody picture. But
it is.
Better.
I also like to think of it like we're gladiators. We're modern day gladiators for real, because if our lifestyle doesn't reflect what we're trying to accomplish, there's no point in trying to accomplish something, because you're like Christians, just a whole nother thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like people who claim to be Christian and they don't have Christian values. It's like, reach out, be kind, show love, go help your neighbor. Go, you see a guy pulled over on the side of the road. It's your duty as a a lover of God to say, hey, I have the ability to help you. Let me see what I can give to you. What can I give to you? And it's like that with fighting. It's like it shouldn't be selfish. That's why I can't stand selfish martial artists. It's like, all right, dude, well, you're gonna kick me in the face and try to destroy me in the gym. Well, then we're just not gonna train together no more because I'm trying to help you elevate, and you should want to help me elevate.
Yeah, it's definitely one of these unique aspects in life where, like you said, when you step in there, you are alone, you're solo, you're the one having to do it. But it does require a group of individuals that are there to also help support you to stand in there alone and prepare
Oh yeah,
you for when you're ready to go to war. It always makes that situation I wouldn't say easier, but it makes you more prepared for it, right?
absolutely.
So yeah, man, it's great that you keep that martial arts mentality where it's just not something that you go out and do, it's something that you live. And I think that is what's required to really get to these next levels. So let's talk a little bit about the future. What does the future look like for Waka? What's your plans for the future? What's your ultimate goals? What are we trying to accomplish here?
Future goals is just really going into the pros, trying to get a little more into the fights. I got a couple more fights I want to get done on the local scene. Definitely getting more back into the scrapyard for sure, 100%. Definitely want to go, see basically who can beat me there.
Are we looking at a title potentially?
I mean, yeah, I feel like I need a couple more fights, obviously.
Sure. Yeah,
but yeah, for sure. I definitely need to go get me a title over there. What?
I love
Hopefully
it.
I'm coming back with 2 titles, I gotta, I gotta go get 1 title first.
Yeah, definitely. What about for you, True Grit? What's this future look like?
I want to at least be pro, at least. I mean, because I've been on the scene for a minute, and it's like having a baby. And now that I have one, I can say that it's like you don't really know when you're ready to be a professional. It's like hopefully your resume can reflect you becoming a professional, and you got to earn that resume with blood, sweat, and tears in the amateur scene. And as somebody said something to me a while back. I think it was Flex. Flex was like, he's like, you haven't even mastered the amateurs, and I'm like, I guess you're right with that. Why? Because I'm not a champion. Then I went and become a champion. Now I'm gonna look to defend my belt. I just want to have as many belts on my wall as possible before I go professional to make sure I walk into my professional career with confidence, because that in its own is a whole nother test. You want to talk about losing a fight as an amateur? Imagine putting 3 months of training into earning just $1,000.
6 months.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 months of training for $1,000, and you better hope you have a side job or at least a main job, because if it doesn't work out well, you're wasting time. So I put the work into my life for real.
Yeah, no, I definitely felt that one, because I definitely think about that a lot. Like sometimes I'd be like, bruh, is this shit even worth really fighting? Because
you gotta want it.
You just said I'm going into the pros and I'm fighting for $1,000.
If you're lucky.
Yeah,
if you're lucky. I was gonna say that's kind of a high.
Yeah,
that was a high mark right there.
It was.
I had to do what? 7, 8, 9, 12, 20 fights as a fucking amateur before I go into pro. And now that I'm a pro, I'm only getting paid $500.
Yeah,
they could have paid me that at the amateurs. And I know you can't necessarily pay at the amateurs, but it's like that's a whole different story. I don't understand.
Yeah,
I don't understand why. Like I just don't.
Oh. It's also about marketing yourself, because that's what I'm realizing now. Like as I'm getting older and I'm still an amateur fighter, like a death sentence, it's learning how to market yourself. So I'm like, whether that's merchandise, whether that's shout outs, whether that's you're doing traveling, you're like I will go out of my way to market a brand just to reach out and say, hey, I'm marketing your brand. How about sponsorships? And I'll bother people.
Yeah,
I'm like,
the way to do it.
Yeah. I don't care. I'll be that squeaky wheel in your ear, because I'm that squeaky wheel trying to get greased out here in life for real. I'll I'll like Wicked One. I went and bought some gear from Wicked One. I know John Dotson and his wife are also sponsored by them. I'm like, hey, as an amateur, what will it take for me to get sponsored by these people? And it's really just about putting your name out there and doing the legwork like a podcast.
Yeah, that's
You
it
know?
right there, man. The more people that see what you're doing and have eyes on you, the more chances. I mean, the more reach you have, right?
Yep.
I think the scrapyard provides an awesome opportunity for that for you guys.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could have a match that can get seen by millions potentially.
Oh yeah.
Especially over the years. You know
at
what
least
I mean?
a couple thousand.
At least a couple
on the bare
thousand on the
minimum.
low
Yeah.
end, right?
Yeah.
On the low
On the
end.
low end. On the
So
low
that
end.
notoriety really does help you on that business end for when you are trying to get these deals. Because, like I said, if the ultimate goal is to become a pro, that right there is going to be your bargaining chip to get you some of those higher paid fights. Go ahead.
My bad. I think the live thing is only for people who add you, right?
But it might be. Yeah, I'm on. So we're live on 3 different platforms. All right. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook on the Naughty Nate profile, and we're live on the Facebook Forever White Belt page.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, because I'm getting a lot of messages right now saying that it's kind of hard to find you on the Facebook. So I'll just tell everybody to go on YouTube.
Yeah, that's it right there. If they look up FAWB, F.A.W.B, you'll find it right there, bro.
Okay.
Which, by the way, I think that name is excellent, man, because that's the mindset you need to have. I do. I feel like that name is excellent because that's the mindset you have to have.
Definitely,
I agree. Maybe not the skills, you know.
Well, depending on what day it is, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta learn.
It's okay. I'm a white belt. I'm a white belt, and I do really good with my brown belts at the gym. And the purple belts at the gym, they put up a good scrap, but my name is True Grit for a reason. I find a way. I find a way to barrel through. But being forever a white belt, that's the mentality I want for real.
That's it, and it goes.
Just be open.
There's a little bit behind it with my lineage and whatnot. I'll talk about that later on. I'm still not ready to talk about that.
Okay.
Real close to home.
We wait.
Yeah. Eventually, I'll get there. But yeah, it's exactly it. It's a mentality that I'd like to have. I like to be open. I think anybody that's, especially when it comes to martial arts, you get a lot of ego in here, and you get a lot of grand masters, right? I never want to consider myself like a grand master or like I know it all. The belt color to me does not matter one bit. The belt, what they say, the belt protects 2% or 2 inches of your ass. You got to protect the rest. I think Hickson Gracie's mentioned that. He said that. So, and there's nothing more true than that. It's just a color. It's about, experience. It's about getting in there and training and, really pushing yourself and getting to those next levels, man. Yeah. I really appreciate you.
And that's why I say like that.
Absolutely.
That's why I say like top 50 thing. It's not necessary. I'm just saying like anybody who competes. Like, there's a lot of motherfuckers out here that compete. So that top 50, as long as I'm in the top 50 of whatever, of the 100 people I fight, I'll be okay.
There we go. Let me ask you this question real quick, True Grit, before I let you guys get going. Being a new father now, does that change kind of how you approach martial arts and competing? Congratulations, by the way, baby boy.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congrats on that.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was a 44-hour labor.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it was exhausting because we just didn't sleep for 2 days. But you know what, man? I'm more motivated. I'm more determined just to provide for my family, which is why I'm on a belt collection right now. I want to fight Piper, whatever his name is. I want to get the 155-pound belt at the yard too. I want to be the first 2-belt champion at the yard and defend them. And then I want to go pro. So I want to defend my belt against Waka and whoever else could possibly step up.
Twice.
And then I want to go to the yard and collect 2 belts also for myself. Just because, man, like it's a long time coming for me in the yard. Like me and Steve go way back, like red light, green light. Man, we go way back. And that's just my goal, man, is to provide for my family. And I build homes for a living. I do restoration. And so I'm always looking for avenues to market my value, my skills. And fighting has been a good way to market me doing, restoration. I can't tell you how many people's homes I've worked on just because we have went and trained with them. Said, hey, I do restoration. Also, I do all of it. Except electrical, I do some, but I'm not going to rewire your whole house and like it.
Yeah,
But I'm more determined now than
handyman. They
ever.
love it.
I'm a true tradesman. I mean, from welding to plumbing to drywall to concrete to wood. Like, I'm a carpenter for real, and I try to translate that into my martial arts. Like, that's why I'm like, okay, you can consider me a grappler, a wrestler,
Or
whatever
do
you
you
want. But
translate your martial arts into that?
that's what I thought in the beginning.
Ah,
That's what I thought in the beginning, because when I was in Alaska as a fisherman in Alaska, I used kung fu every day.
right? It's
I
crazy when you
really,
up your lifestyle. Yeah.
yeah, and I endured the most you could ever imagine in your life for hardship working as a crab fisherman in Alaska, just half the season, 6 months. And I'm just more determined more than ever now to provide for my family. And that means I can't fight for free much longer,
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I,
You only have so many in you. Fair enough.
exactly.
Hmm.
I
Well,
definitely felt that.
well, guys, I appreciate you guys coming on tonight. I really loved having the podcast with you guys, catching up with you fellas. Before I let you guys go, what's some last thoughts, Waka? Last thoughts on what you're gonna do come November 22nd to take this title away from True Grit, and also let the people know how they can find you.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with everybody being able to find me. It's Waka Mckoy on all platforms, WAKAMCCOY, or as you see it right here on TikTok. So, and then what am I gonna do? I gotta put on a show. Every fight I've ever had, I put on a show. It doesn't matter win, lose, draw. I'm putting on a show. I know he's coming to put on a show. It's in his name. He's a true grit. He's coming to fight. He's coming to put his heart out. He just got a new baby, so he definitely got to fight for his baby. His name.
Yeah.
He's a porter, so I know how it is. I do understand. I ain't got no kids myself, but I fight for my last name too, and I am a real McCoy. Everybody, come check that out. Come, add both of us so you can see how we've been training, how we've been working, our whole lifestyle. You guys will love it. November 22nd, come get them tickets so you can see who wins.
Yeah, True Grit. Last words, and how do you plan to defend this title from Waka? Not let him get it from you.
Well, first off, I got to shout out my favorite scrapyard fighter, and that's the chef. I think the chef is the absolute shit, man.
Way to
The
make his
chef
head
is
get bigger. Way to go.
that guy. That guy is the shit, man. He just needs some
kid.
MMA training. That's it. He just needs some MMA grappling, and
We're
he's a
working
problem
on
for
it. I promise. We're working on
I believe you. I believe you. I'm trying to get down there after this fight with Waka. I'm gonna get down there and train with you guys, and just so we can help elevate each other. But my game plan for Waka is to pressure him and break him in half. I don't. Look at every one of my fights, man. I barely take a step back. I'm always trying to engage, and I'm not afraid to be engaged with somebody, whether that's striking. I mean, the last guy was 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
And you took him down for a whole round.
I took him down every single round, even the round that I TKO'd him in. And
yeah, you did crack his ass though. That way, even though I'm your opponent, I was impressed. Not gonna lie.
And I don't know if there's backstage footage, but the way that I beat him, I was drilling for a week. So just know that I have plans to beat Waka Mckoy in a specific fashion, and I think it's going to happen.
Wow. Well, we're going to definitely reach back out to you guys after the event. I'd love to know who wins. If someone can get some footage, that'd be amazing. I'd love to. Perfect.
Definitely have footage.
I'm going to watch
I'll be going live also.
Wonderful, guys. I can't wait
I'll be live also for that fight.
Both of you guys be safe. Get out there, fight with everything you have, but be safe, guys. And at the end of it, shake hands and walk away like true gentlemen.
All
you guys
love.
are
Absolutely
solid sportsmanships and a true representation of what we're trying to do over at the yard. And here in the Northwest, guys, really, I hope that everybody that sees this gets a little bit of a taste of what it's like over here. Thank you guys for joining me tonight, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys again soon. All right.
Absolutely. Waka, Nate, love both you guys. You guys be safe and God bless.
God bless too. Love you guys. See you next
See you
time.
soon.
Take care, guys.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. Oh man, what a awesome podcast tonight. A big shout out to my two guests tonight, Zack and Waka, for coming on. Again, they have a match coming up November 22nd. That is not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. Be sure to reach out to both of them to get your tickets to the event. And yeah, that's going to be a banger, man. I'm really looking forward to that. Couple quick shout outs before I let everybody go. I want to give a shout out to the guys that trained with me yesterday over at Columbia River Jiu-Jitsu. We had a couple new faces come in. That was awesome to see you guys and to meet you. I'll be at Columbia River Jiu-Jitsu tomorrow, Friday, for Friday Night Fray for All. Tune in. I always film it. We always go live. So if you want to check out some of the training we do over at Columbia River Jiu-Jitsu and you're not able to stop in and train with us, it'll be available for you online here. So I'll have that. Let's see here. We have, again, one more time, we have the NWC happening this Saturday. Tickets on sale now at northwestchampionship.com. Guys, they're going to have, I think, between 12 and 16 matches. You never know, amateur events, sometimes people fall out the day of, but I think they have between 12 and 16 matches scheduled. They have, if you're into jiu-jitsu, we are doing tag team jiu-jitsu, 3 tag team jiu-jitsu matches. Now, one of the awesome things about these tag team jiu-jitsu matches is that you get a variety of skill sets. Usually you'll get some of the coaches that'll come through. So you're getting like high-level competitive black belts, high-level competitive purple belts, stuff like that. Guys in there really displaying what jiu-jitsu is all about. So, 3 matches already scheduled for the NWC. That is going to be November 15th, this Saturday. Be sure to tune into that or check that out. And be sure to tune into on the 16th, Sunday, November 16th, Kicking It with Chicken and me, Naughty Nate, we'll be having our next podcast. I think it's 115, episode 15. And we'll be talking about the upcoming Scrapyard November 22nd event. It's going to be huge. It's a Thanksgiving event. It's the second to the last event of the year. So make sure you guys check that out. If you don't have your pay-per-view access, be sure to get it now on their YouTube channel. It's only $4.99. That'll give you live access to the November 22nd event. Check that stuff out, guys. And again, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel on Facebook. 99 cents a month. You help me provide this high quality content for you guys. And yeah, guys, I hope everybody enjoyed the episode tonight. I hope everybody's having a wonderful week. I will be sure to reach back out to you guys again soon. And again, if nobody's busy tomorrow, stop into Columbia River Jiu-Jitsu, located in Vancouver, Washington. I'll be there 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Come get some training in with me, guys. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you guys later.